Welcome to the Loveland Report Lone Ranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's best real estate planner. What's your real estate plan? Alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, we're going to give you mortgage news. We're going to give you real estate news. I want to talk about summer sales and what's happening. We got a little bit of news on DeSantis trying to help us out and eliminate most of our property taxes. And the flat market, what does that mean for sellers and buyers? What's happening out there? Bruce, what do you got today?
I want to talk about what's going on in the market so people know what interest rates are doing. And I want to talk a little bit more about that tax bill and what happened in the special session that he called for this week, how that's going to play out and how that can benefit Americans, or Floridians, I should say, and who's opposing it right now. So I want to talk a little bit about that so that you have a clear understanding, so that when you go to the voting booths, you know what to do and you know what that's going to do for you. And then you want to talk about buyers in the market and how to take advantage of a down market or a soft market. I think that's perfect opportunity to talk about. There's a lot of great things happening with that as well, that I think we can help more buyers get into homes right now. All right, Cleve Loveland.
Summer sales. I think right now things like April barely beat last year in Central Florida. Now around the country, it was flat. And then the number of new listings is down. That's good. Less homes coming on the market means smaller inventory, hopefully. Closed sales of the prior year, though, we did not beat them for May. No. And so that was down a little bit, mostly because the bomb's dropping and rates jump back up. And I just think this is the market we're in. This is like the fourth year of a slowdown, thanks to Sleepy Joe getting it all started with the high interest rates and inflation. And we got to pull out of it. And the things that are temporary, like the market having hiccups over the war, that stuff's probably going to end in the next couple months, or something else will happen. They'll spike up again. But that's why I think it's really important, Bruce, that people get with you, be perched on the fence like a bird on a wire, waiting for you to say, yep, now's the time.
I can tell you this much. If you are not in the market right now, you are going to miss out on opportunities, because there's no point in trying to time this thing. Timing it isn't going to work for anyone. You either are in the market or you're not in the market. Yeah. And that would be like saying, I think the stock market's going to crash, so I'm going to pull out of the stock market. That would be a foolish mistake too. But you making money in real estate is always going to be made if you're in real estate.
And this year's better than last year. Rates are a little bit lower.
They are.
Prices haven't fallen. So especially if you paid rent, that means you're out 25 or 30 grand in rent and you own nothing.
I agree. I agree with that. So I think right now, if we're really focused on who can really benefit in this market, I think personally, move up buyers can benefit because interest rates are down. They can get out of that house now. I know they're giving up a 3% interest rate for a 6.5%, but it's still worth it. It's not 7.5%. And then you've got your first time home buyers that have been screaming about affordability. Rates have settled a little bit and sellers are willing to make deals. So I'm actually going to be teaching a private class to one of our clients. We had a client that we closed last month, and he came to me and said, hey, I have 3 children, adult children. I'd like to get them in your class. So I'm going to be teaching a home buying class it's on the 16th. What day is that on? The 16th is
Tuesday,
a week from Tuesday.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that Zoom from 6 to 8 o'clock. Go to webringyouhome.com and register. It's going to be a small class, folks. I'm only going to have maybe 10 or 15 people on this call at the most. So there'll be plenty of time for questions and answers. I'm going to go over how we buy homes. How should you negotiate a home as a first-time home buyer or a move-up buyer? What makes the difference? What loan programs are going to make the difference? And I'm going to go over how you can accumulate multiple properties as well. So we'll touch a little bit on Leapfrog, but go to webringyouhome.com. If you know anybody that's been really felt like affordability was just a problem, I'm going to show you how you can combat affordability and stop being a renter. Being a renter is not affordable.
Yeah.
That's what's not affordable. Owning a home will be more affordable.
Bus ride straight to the poorhouse.
Absolutely. Let's give that number 407-250-9144 for the Lone Ranger, or go to webringyouhome.com. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, 35 plus years in the mortgage business, right here in your backyard, handling all your purchases, refinances, home equity lines, construction loans, renovation loans, jumbo, super jumbo, refinance, VA, FHA, USDA, down payment assistance, you name it. I got it, and I can help you right here. Direct lender, no hard pulls to get things started, no hard credit pulls, soft credit pull. Let's get you started. Let's get you guys into a house.
All
Now,
right.
if you're thinking about refinancing, get on my VIP rate watch list, and I will notify you when the proper rate that we target hits, and you'll be ready to lock in.
All right.
What's your number?
407-352-8118 if you think you might want to sell a house anytime in the near future, anytime in the future, a year or so from now. I just went out to see a gentleman who's retiring. He knows his exact retirement date in 2028, and we're working on his house. I gave him I gave him a real estate plan.
I don't have that date.
If you need to manage, you got a nightmare tenant, you're not getting rent, you're not getting late fees, call me. I will handle that for you. Or if you're a buyer and you want to get out and take a look around, we just help some great listeners, Bruce. I had one gentleman it's been a while. He's been looking for a while, and he was sending me houses for a while. And I'm like, first you got to talk to Bruce. And he's like, I think this house is worth 400 and they're listed for 480. And I'm like, it's probably not going to work. And it's funny. It took him about 3 months of looking and seeing what's selling and seeing the one that disappeared and seeing that it closed for right close to list price. And we got him a great house. We got most of his closing costs covered. We're going to do an inspection. We'll probably ask for some more closing costs, depending on the state of the home. But all these things come into play. When you want to make a plan, just call me. I'll help you out, or go to cleveloveland.com. I want to jump back real quick, Bruce. Where are rates at? So
You're running right now, your national average on a conventional loan is running right about 6.49%.
Okay. All right.
So it really hasn't
And
changed.
the govies are cheaper.
Govies are a little bit cheaper. Yep. Govies a little cheaper. What's happening though is we're seeing this market. It's up and down and up and down. And I even sent out an announcement because the news was saying that Iran had completely shut down all negotiations with Trump, completely shut it down. They didn't want to negotiate. They were going to take over the Strait of Hormuz. But at the end of the day, come to find out that was fake news. Yeah. And I got caught up in it. I actually because I was reading these news feeds. It was BS. That never even happened. Yeah. So then Trump gets on Truth Social and says, that's not the case at all. That is not happening. We're still in negotiation with them right now. Now, who they're in negotiation with, I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
I would not want to be in that government right now.
No.
Not knowing if you can't even go out, step outside, afraid you're going to get taken out.
You know what I don't understand is, why are our gas prices suffering when we're not relying on Iranian fuel? What is that all
economic
about?
Price,
I guess it is.
But in the housing market, Bruce, that's another thing. Another reason why the market's not going to go down, and it's not going to move much more. Prices can't really go down much, but the sellers are a little more flexible. Because I had that chart that showed from 2020, most homes, COVID 2021, 2022 homes were selling at 100 or 101% of list price.
Sure.
And it didn't factor in closing costs. Homes are still selling at 98, 99% of list price.
Absolutely.
And it's funny. I have it in my listings, Bruce. And it's funny. When you hire me to sell your home, you want a tough negotiator. I just flat out have it in my listing contract. Do not send me offers less than 90% of list price. You are wasting my time. I do. I have to do that for some legal obligations.
I know, but because you have to actually present it, don't you?
And what I get is bless her little heart real estate calling me going, oh my gosh, how do I do? I'm like, hey, how about, and I'm nice about it. I work for the seller, but I will help the other agent. I had this happen a couple weeks ago. I sent over the comps on this one house, and because she called me saying, I see this here and they want to offer less than that. I go, well, it's not going to work out. I go, here's our prices. The home's being shown. There was 5 realtors there over the weekend. It's going to sell. So it's not going to sell for 70% of list price. Nothing does. So I don't know where you went to real estate school, or if you did.
To a seminar somewhere.
Exactly. You know what's funny, Bruce? This is what's important about picking the right realtor. I did just asking, playing around on Chat GPT and Grok. Florida has more realtors than California.
That's crazy.
California does have a college degree requirement, but that shows you how bad it is in Florida. when I was coming up, we had
You have to have a college degree to be a realtor in California.
Yeah, you got a 4-year degree. And
Are you sure about that?
Positive. I talked to all my friends in California about this, but that it weeds out the weak ones, and that's one thing. Now in Florida, it's like a joke. You move here, get your license, get your driver's license, and walk next door and get your real estate license. But that's why you definitely want to have somebody like me, or ask somebody, how many families did you help last year? And if it wasn't more than,
I can tell you one
15.
thing. I can pull up anybody's data, and I'm sure you can too. I can pull up any lender, any loan officer, any realtor. I can tell you how many they've sold, how much they sold for, what the addresses were, how close to asking price they got. And I do that. And I do that because it's unfortunate, Cleve, and you hear me talk about this on my own show too, on the Loan Arranger show, is that most folks don't know how to pick a realtor. They just don't know how to pick a realtor. They don't know what to ask for. So they pick a friend or a friend referral instead of coming to somebody like you that is a tough negotiator. And I'll tell you something, folks. Here's the thing. There is one primary thing that you want in your real estate agent, and that is a tough negotiator and somebody that is willing to fight for your money. Most real estate agents out there that you would pick as a client, you don't know what their volume is, but they're nice. And yes, they can put you on a nice little MLS search and you're getting all the properties that you want to see. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to negotiation, they don't negotiate. They just submit offers. There's not really a lot of negotiation. There's a select group of realtors that I work with that are good negotiators. Cleve is an excellent negotiator. So call Cleve now at 407-352-8118. Here's another way to negotiate your deal. Make sure that if you're not paying cash for the house, that your loan is 100% approved, not pre-qualified, not pre-approved, fully approved. That is my fast track loan program. So when we get you fast track, an underwriter has underwritten your loan, because a pre-approval is written by a loan officer, and loan officers can't approve loans. They don't have the ability to do it. So why are they writing letters? Get the underwriter to write the letter. When you do that, I will guarantee you that I can close you in 21 days or less. I can even close in 10. And I position you like a cash buyer. I will guarantee the seller, if they accept your contract as my client, I will guarantee the seller, if I don't close on time, I'll pay your seller up to $500 per day. Rocket ain't doing that. Bank America ain't doing that. Do you know anybody else that's doing it?
Nope.
Guaranteeing that if I don't close on time, I'll pay you.
You know you're going to make it. And the main thing, I think your team really is persistent about getting everybody's docs in. And until you have all that paperwork in, nobody at Bank America can say, yep, your loan's done and your rate's going to be this.
The worst thing a lender can do is not ask the client for all the documents, because they feel like they're inconveniencing them. And the client then would say, I hadn't even found the house yet, so why do I need to give you all this document? So that you don't crash and burn.
You are the first part of the process.
We are.
And a lot of people probably think it's staring at the $800,000 house. And I get calls on this all the time. We want to do this and we want to do that. And then after they talk to you, it's like, oh, we got 2 minivan payments for $800 a month.
Exactly.
We've got, but you tell them, okay, if you want to be in that 800 price range, this is what you got to do.
Exactly.
And, or we got to have more money down. You find a way.
Whatever it takes, whether it's fixing something on the credit, whether it's putting more money down, whether it's eliminating mortgage insurance, could be any number of things. What's your phone number there, brother?
All right. You want to reach Cleve Loveland, 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah. Or the Loan Arranger right here in your backyard at 407-250-9144, or go to webringyouhome.com. We will get your mortgage taken care of for you, get you a great rate, great closing costs, and get you to the closing table smoothly and on time. Cleve and I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger Show. Don't go anywhere.